So, this first video is an idea. It's a thought. It's a process. Honesty, being set with myself. The things that I do with my life have made me constantly depressed and deprived of any actual self-giving. The only time that I've ever felt like I was really actually doing something was building my parkour community a little bit and helping with that, and then later on learning new things. Then later on jumping into dance. And now I'm here. I am here. With what? With what? My first question is, what is success? And that's to myself. Because I really have no answer to success. Because success is biased to one's environment or to just them, just in general. How do you become successful? Where do you become successful? What makes you successful? When do you actually start taking up time for what you want to do and not for what others want you to do? When can you become a self-independent person in your own version without certainly doing for others to make ends meet? So I don't know these answers to these questions. I don't know. And as the more I think about it, I get more depressed. I go to work to distract myself. Today is different. Today is a day where I didn't go to work. Didn't choose to go to work. Didn't care to go to work. There's points and times in my life where I just don't want to do that. But there's an end result where I say I have to. Because everything that I want and need relies on that. But I don't want to. Where do I stop and ask myself, what do I want to do? What do I want to train my free running parkour? Do I want to enjoy my passion with that? Do I want to listen just to music and dance to it frivolously until I can't? Do I just want to sit there and just play a game all day? If I can and have the eligibility? Do I want to be by the person that I can love for the rest of my life? Find them and keep them in my arms without separation? Can I go hang out with the people that are my family and I've built so strong together and do what I want to do? When does it become noticeable action on me? Am I too selfish for characterizing myself like this? Am I too naive thinking that it hasn't been all about me and you're just pity partying? Where do the answers, where do the questions, and how do the assumptions run away? Where do they go? So, I have a piece of paper and I have a binder to write some stuff on. And this is self-reflection. This video is merely just self-reflection. It's the idea, a thought. It's where I need to know where I'm at as a person. I have a black and red pen. In this black and red pen, the black are positive factors about me, and the red are the negative factors about me. So let's get to work. So first, let's talk about the good. And that's how I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about the bad first. One bad point first. Second point, a good. Next, so on, etc. So, I am lazy. So, I am lazy. What makes me lazy? One point, I will less likely do things that are required. I'm lazy, I don't want to do those things. So just, if it's required and it's not a feeling, I won't do it. Three, one bad overall topic point, and then 3 points on that negative. Alright. Describing how I'm lazy. See, what's becoming the fabric of my head right now? I didn't go to work. And that's slowly laying on me like I did something bad. And no matter how productive I can be as a person, as an individual at this moment in time, my mind is constantly regulating I didn't go to work. So I'm trapped in a linear path. I feel bad for not showing up to a company that could replace me anytime when their corporations and their beginning work staff and the people that are above higher could not show up for months and not even care. But I'm the one that set myself in that position, and I'm entitled to nothing. So, by process, doesn't mean by guilt factor, it is a corporation. And I should never feel bad because it is all in all a corporation. And if anybody takes that corporation seriously, they are entitling themselves to their own problems and not anybody else's. So one, stating this and reminding myself. But also, I have a set agreement, and my agreement is my payroll and what I'm going to be doing in that position. And instead, at the time of point, I have said I would show up at these times and points. And now, falsifying and contradicting myself, I am now here not showing up at said point. So again, it's a negative and it's also a positive at the same time. But it's so risky. It's the idea, the thought. Just going back on multiple points. finding the humility or finding the just the credibility to where I could be right and I could be wrong at the same time. But where do I lay myself? Am I just stuck? Oh, bless me. All right. So, another point is I don't clean. I rarely ever clean. That's one lazy part. The third one. The third one. I procrastinate. I am the most severe procrastinator ever. And other people are pretty, but I'm the worst at it. I will do it to the last second or won't do it at all. It has to play the second, the flow. I won't get it done right there and then. I'll put it off. That's my biggest issue, and that's the biggest problem of my life is my procrastination. Of me wanting to sit and do nothing. Nothing productive. Be a time waster. I'm not setting myself to standards. I'm just letting them fall. I am lazy. I think each one is going to be a small series, small point. So, I procrastinate. So, during this point in time of self-reflection, I focused on the negative aspect about myself, which is strong and powerful aspect about me. And it needs to be corrected. It needs to be pushed away. But it takes time. This is the first episode. And these are memory logs and thought logs, more than mostly. Whether or not, if you can critique me, if you can give me any ideas on what I should do about my personality default, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if you know anybody and you think anybody could suggest anything or give me any good advice, do share, do leave something in the comment, and leave a like if you want to. These videos are setting me in a different way, whether or not they're going to be left as footprints for the future me. To look back and see that I need to take initiative, I need to push myself, and I need encouragement. I need motive. And I think at one point I had motive, and my motive was driven by a certain type of singularity. And the singularity is just putting myself as a person, and I'm really driven by things like this. So we'll see where this goes. Each one's a 15-minute long video, and that's it. And go on to the next. So this is a dead one, because the first one, raw, unedited. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeet.